welcome or welcome back. My name is Sho. If you're new, hello, nice to meet you. If you're a returning subscriber, nice to see you again. Hello. Alright, so in today's pick a card reading, we are going to be doing what do you need to be aware of. Now, keep an open mind with this reading because this can be open to many different types of interpretations. There's a lot of things that we need to be aware of. Maybe something within our environment, maybe some shady behavior from somebody. And sometimes we need to become self-aware. All right, so I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's in store for today's reading. But, well, I guess we're going to find out. Alright, so for pile number 1, I'm going to be frank with you guys. I don't know any of the stones' name except for this one. Oh my god. I can't remember them for the life of me. I do know that this pile 1's stone is a healer stone. But, this like deep emotional healing, I believe. I just know it's a healing stone. I mean, what stone isn't a healing stone at this point? But yeah, I don't remember. But this is pile number 1. I could just sit and just like rub this. I love this. All right, pile number 2 is one of my favorite stones ever. Carnelian. I know this one because this one and this one were gifted to me by a lovely friend of mine. This one, however, I bought this one, so I know for a fact. And I have a ton of carnelian. Alright, so pile number 2, that's your stone. And then pile number 3, this is your stone. Isn't she pretty? She's so beautiful. I mean, I think all the crystals are pretty. I don't know if the camera's focusing pretty good or not. Hopefully it is. Alright, so that's your stones. Pause, meditate, do what you gotta do. Alright. Timestamps will be listed down below. And I'll see you guys at your pile. Alright, hello. Pile number 1. If you're drawn to the number 1 or this beautiful, lovely stone that I did mention was like a healer stone. A stone for healers. Okay, yeah. Alright, let's move this. Let's move that over there. Alright, so I went ahead and pre-shuffled. Alrighty, so let's get into it. We're going to start off with the tarot. Alright, and we start off with the 2 of Wands, followed by the Magician, followed by the 2 of Cups. Alright. Alright, pile number 1. That's interesting. Alright, so I had a song come in my head. Usually when I get music that pops up, it has something to do with the reading. I don't know how many of you are gonna even know this song. It's an older song, by Nelly. I am number 1, 2 is not a winner, and 3 nobody remembers. I feel like someone might be in secret competition with you. But what I was initially getting with the cards was that, I don't know if you noticed, but like there's the 1 here, and then there's a 2, and then a 2. And I feel like 2s are about a decision, right? It's about a choice. Which way do I go? Which way is the best thing to do? Now the Wands talks about pursuits, passions, opportunities, you know, that could tie in with career as well, like your dreams, your goals, aspirations, right? Things that make you passionate. And then the Cups is about emotions and what emotionally drives you and what's going to lead to your, you know, emotional fulfillment in the long run, right? Because we're making a choice. And then the Magician in the middle is reminding you that you can have it all. You can go for whichever you want. You are capable of creating and manifesting this into whatever direction you go, the outcome will be desirable, right? Now, the Two of Cups does talk about a unionship, and it does not have to be. This unionship could be anything. It does not always deem as romantic, okay? It could be platonic. It could be a work thing. It's just you connecting with another person. It's also in the beginning stages, so don't put expectations in the relationship. Just enjoy it for what it is. But you may be like trying to like, I don't know, do I put most of my energy and focus on here, or do I put most of my energy and focus on this? Okay, like that's the vibe that I'm getting with this. I'm curious, out of curiosity, I do want to like clarify just to get a little deeper, but I feel like you're on a pendulum. Like maybe some of you are already with somebody and they want you to focus more on them, but you want to do this, or I don't know. I don't know your situation. I just see that you're in a strong manifester. You're able to create what you want. You're more than capable of having the outcome you desire, whichever direction you choose to go in. Alright, so I do see options and opportunities within career, and I do see a connection here, but there's no guarantee. I mean, is anything ever guaranteed? Not really. Alright, can I get more on this Two of Cups? Okay. That's so funny. We have Temperance, which it says moderation. Yeah, Temperance is about balancing. I just laugh because she's got a cup, and then they got cups. Like, I don't know, it's funny. It's funny to me. Okay, so there may be a need to balance out your love life and your work life, or like your careers and aspirations. Okay, so I pulled out the Knight of Pentacles. This is servitude. And when I was looking at this card when I pulled that out. So it's giving like, the Spirit is telling you to focus more on your goals and aspirations and worry less about this other relationship or these other relationships, or finding a balance between the two of them. And you're more than able to figure this out for yourself. Or this is something you need to, because this is about what you need to be aware of. So there's an imbalance of, you know, maybe you're too focused on love and not focusing on yourself and your career. Or vice versa. I don't know. Maybe you need you need to pay more attention to your love life or your connections. There's just a need for balance here. Okay, so let's go, trying to figure out where I want to put these. I guess I'm just going to put them right there like that. Alright. Limited on space. Alright, so moving forward with the oracle, what do you need to be aware of? Yeah, that's funny. Alright, so we have healer. And that's funny because, like, first of all, the colors kind of match. And I did say in at the pile selection that this was a stone for healers. Okay, so passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind, and spirit. Ability to help transform pain into healing. Notice that we have servitude twice. We have servitude and then we have passion to serve others. Okay. The shadow attributes, taking advantage of those who need help, failing to care for oneself. Now, I don't see this pile taking advantage. I feel like you might be overgiving yourself too much in your connections. And you're not really giving much to yourself. Like, that's kind of what I'm getting with this pile. And there may be something that's, like, that needs to be healed. So that you can let it go. And you can move forward in a way that's more healthier for you and for other people. Okay? Because you're not Bob the Builder. You're not here to fix other people. You're here for yourself, but you're here to be a guiding light to other people. And if you're going to be a guiding light to other people, you need to set the example. And in order to set the example, you have to hone into that responsibility and do it. Don't just talk about it. You know, you can't just talk the talk. You have to walk the walk. Like, you have to actually embody that of yourself so that you can show others through your actions how they can do it for themselves too. Alright, so anyways, we have Father, light attributes, talent for creating and supporting life, positive guiding light within a tribal unit. Alright, so shadow attribute, dictatorial control, abusive authority. Okay, so some of you maybe possibly could be dealing with this shadow attribute from someone else, but I'm kind of more focused when it comes to this deck. I'm more focused on the light attributes unless it came in reverse. But talent for creating and supporting life, a positive guiding light within a tribal unit. Like I said, this kind of goes in with what I was just saying. Like, you really need to you need to embody it in order to show it. It's kind of like when you have kids, you could tell them all till you're blue in the face, this is the way to do it. But if you're not showing them or not embodying that behavior, monkey see, monkey do, right? So your kids are going to copy what they see, right? So if you're acting a certain way, well, you have to expect that down the road they're going to pick up those traits and behaviors of yours. So if you don't want them to do certain things and act certain ways, you need to, you know, basically show them through your actions, you know, the right way of, or I'm having like a brain fart, but like a lack of words to explain what I'm trying to express, what I'm trying to say. I feel like that this pile might have a problem with expressing themselves or speaking up. But let's I got one more. Okay, so we have saboteur. Man, forgive me if I say any of these words wrong. Like, just bear with me, bro. Okay? Okay. Alright, anyways. Highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the changes it would bring to your life. Shadow attribute induces self-destructive behavior or the desire to undermine others. Yeah. You may not realize that you may probably indulge in self-destructive behaviors. And this could be like a conditioning or like a subconscious thing that you're not fully aware of, because the whole point of this reading is what you need to be aware of. So you may need to take a good look at your behavior traits, your actions, how you handle certain situations, maybe in regards with other people, and choosing to do differently. Maybe, you know, research to better understand certain behaviors and find answers on how to, like, fix that or reverse that. I don't want to say fix, but like undo the conditioning. Okay. I feel like that this group has had it pretty hard, and you're supposed to step into your power, pile number 1. And as you step into your power, you're going to show others how it's done. Like, yeah, you could be like, oh yeah, you just gotta do XYZ, and then you're gonna be like, yeah, but like if you're not doing it, they're not gonna believe your words because you're not doing that. Do you know what I'm saying? I hope I'm making sense. Hold on 1 second. I wanted to adjust the camera, but it is what it is. Alright, so continuing where we left off. Alright, so yeah, there's some awareness that needs to be happened that's like deep, profound. Like, okay, so we do have I'm trying to remember what zodiac sign is that? Why am I having a brain fart all of a sudden? It's between Virgo and Scorpio. Yeah, it's a Virgo. I don't know if you noticed, but she has like she's holding Virgo. Virgo's the healer. It's about healing. This whole thing is about healing. Alright, that's kind of sorry from this. I feel like you might not be the type. May not be. Blah, blah, blah. You guys probably put others first, and there's a conditioning. There's a reasoning behind that, and you need to just dive deeper, do some research on that. There's lots of information out there that can help you. I'm just here pointing out what needs to be acknowledged, because sometimes we lie to ourselves, and sometimes we run from ourselves, and sometimes we need someone to be like, hey, you see that? Do you see that? Oh, you see that? Yeah, you should work on that. But in a loving way. You know what I'm saying? This is why would this be seen as a negative thing? I have no idea how you would or could take this as a negative thing, because it's not at all. It's messages with love. Because you're a healer yourself, and you're meant to heal these aspects of yourself so that you can teach others and show others the example that you're capable of going through such things and overcoming, and then you're going to heal others through your actions. All right. Also, the Magician. Oh, that's interesting, because I brought up the Virgo. The Magician is ruled by Mercury, which is also ruled by Gemini and Virgo. The Gemini aspect is like, I need to gather the information, which is my mercurial signs in Gemini. So, of course, my answer is going to be like, we'll get a little curious. Go find out the answers. Like, go research. Where Virgo and Mercury is about, like, okay, how can I organize this information and use it in a practical way? How can I apply this? Gemini is kind of like chaotic, where everything's everywhere. And then like I think of like a desk with messy papers, and then Virgo's like got their everything filed in their little cabinet, and everything's like perfectly organized. But like they both have the information. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah. So, anyways, I just find it interesting that we had that Virgo energy coming through with the Magician as well. And then, like I said, the Virgo represents healing, taking care of oneself. Virgo is also about servitude, which is probably why they had put that symbol here for this card, because Virgo loves to be of service to others. And you're not in service to others if you're not in service to yourself. Okay, it's kind of like the analogy when you're on the plane. They tell the parent to put their mask on before putting their children's mask on. Because what good are you going to be if you don't take care of yourself? You can't bring your A game if you are not, you know. It's kind of funny because I'm thinking about reverting back to that one song. I am number one. 2 is not a winner, and 3 nobody remembers. It's like if you keep. It's like that makes me think of like a race or a competition. And if you're not preparing yourself for that competition, you're not gonna bring your A game. You're not gonna be number 1. You're gonna be forgotten. Because 3, nobody remembers number 3, according to the song. Oh my god, oh my god. Alright, I'm being silly. Alright. Okay, so, moving along. We have card number 18. Fucked above, fucked below, fucked within. Center yourself. This is a new deck that I've gotten. It's interesting to say the least. I like it. It's funny. Oh, you know what? I did forget to show you guys back of the deck energies. Let me revert back before I show you the back of the deck energy of this deck. But we do have the Queen of Cups. Okay. The Queen of Cups is very in tune and self-aware of her emotions. And doesn't allow the chaos of the outside interfere with how she is in tune with her emotions. So you need to go, there's a need to, that makes a lot of sense with this card. There's a need to go within and center yourself. Listen to your inner voice. Listen to what shut up. No way. Alright, so there's alright, so there's a song that comes to my mind, but like the meaning of the song may or may not resonate for you, but like what I'm getting from that line coming up is how you may have, okay, the song that came to my mind was listen to the rhythm of the falling rain, telling me just what a fool I've been. And that's the only line that came through. And although the song is about someone leaving, like a lover leaving them, okay? Now, that may or may not resonate for you, I don't know. But the analogy I'm getting with that song is, like, the message from that line is, like, you may realize that when you go within, you may realize how you've been foolishly, like, exerting yourself more than you need to in other areas of your life, and not really been focused too much on your own aspirations and goals, and like what really you want, because you might think you want one thing, but you may not realize you've been conditioned to believe that that's the right path, or that's the only way, or this is going to lead you to true happiness. I don't know, it's going to be different for all of you, but you need to be aware that there's an imbalance, and there's an aspect within yourself that needs to be healed. Because I feel like you're going from one extreme to the next, or you're going from, you're like on a, like I keep seeing like a pendulum swinging from side to side, and you're not like you're like in this like indecisiveness, and once you go within and center yourself, you can figure out what it is you want, and you might realize that neither of those things might not be what you want. The point is, though, that whatever direction you do choose to go, the path you decide to go on, you are capable of creating and manifesting what it is you truly desire. Okay, so don't doubt yourself. All right. Back of the deck energy for this deck, we did have Rebel. All right. Challenges authority to affect social change. Rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. Shadow attributes. Rejects legitimate authority out of anger. Rebels out of peer pressure or fashion. It's like a rebel or without a cause. You may find yourself like needing to rebel against certain things, and if you better understand why that aspect of yourself comes up, that feeling will go away, because then it's like most of the time it's like once you understand something, you no longer do those things no more, because you know where it comes from or why it's happening, and then you kind of like rewire your brain, like you don't see it that way no more, because now you understand, and then you start acting in a way that's better for you. Okay, I hope I make sense here. All right, expression. And this, express yourself. All right, open up your heart and connect with others. Express your creative self. Alright, so I did say that somebody here might be having some trouble expressing themselves, or like finding the right words to express themselves. Maybe you're in fear of expressing yourself. Alright, we have spiritual work. Open your heart to a spiritual career and heal the human heart. You are a light worker. Didn't I say that this is the stone for is the stone, it's known to be the stone for the healer of healers. That's how I said it. Did I say it like that? I don't know, but that's what this stone is. I can't remember what the stone's called. I'm sorry guys, I really don't know, but I know that this is a stone for people who do spiritual work. This is a stone that helps with that. Also, we have 2 sentences about opening up your heart, and then I don't know if you noticed, but she's also like blocked off her heart right here. So yeah, there is some healing that needs to take place within your heart chakra. I would also say probably your throat chakra as well. Expression. Alright, so let's see. And with the spiritual work, it's also a confirmation to me that you guys are, obviously, you're a light worker, but like you're meant to go through the things that you went through, heal them, so that you can be the example for others. Because you're gonna create a tribe yourself. You're gonna create, however that's gonna look for you. It's gonna be different for everybody, but you're gonna create a tribe of others, and you're going to teach others how they can empower themselves too. Okay, your journey is about self-empowerment. All right, opportunity, new job opportunities, change of workplace or business trip, changes coming just in time. Okay, so this is something else you need to be aware of. Okay, so for some of you, if you're too focused on your relationships, you should be more aware. What you need to be aware of is being more focused on your career or your passionate desires, because there's opportunities there lying just ahead. Okay, another thing that you need to be aware of, that there is changes, right, because of these new opportunities. Alrighty. Alright, so I am using, oh wait, before I go to the next, man, I need to talk a little faster. Or maybe I should pull less cards, I don't know, but I feel like I talk too much. Alright, so Back of the deck. Pissed as a parrot. Use your own voice. Guys. Sorry, I'm just playing with the camera. Okay. Use your own voice. I mean, obviously you see some drunkard, was a cockatiel, parrot, and a toucan. Alright, so you see some birds. They're wasted. My birds are chit-chatting. They won't shut up. I love you guys. But it's basically saying to be open, be expressive. Let me see. Like I said, I'm still new to this book, but this deck. This is my first time actually using this deck, to be honest. What do I need to ask questions? Ask yourself, what do I need to say out loud? Who is blocking my voice? Is my fear of rejection preventing me from speaking up? And how can I release this fear? There's an affirmation in the book. If you guys want to screenshot that. I give myself permission to let myself voice my own beliefs, views, and truths to any and all who will genuinely listen. My voice is important. I am gifted at speaking my truth. Hello. Alrighty. Moving along. We are... Oh, yeah, the back of this deck. We have celebration. Kick off the party activities and have a great time. Plan for a joyful future. Ooh, nice. Look at those colors. It's like a rainbow. That's nice after opportunities. Yeah, you're going to be feeling much lighter and more expressive. And expression doesn't always have to be voice. It can be dance, through music. There's different ways of expressing yourself. Through art. But you're going to feel more joyful and light energetically when you heal yourself from this stuff. Alright, so this deck is a little bit harsher. So I'm just giving you a warning, okay? Alright, it's called the Rebel deck. Right? That's what it's called? Yeah, Rebel deck. Alright. Be fucking grateful. Shit could be so much worse. You look like a shit show. You're a hot mess. Fact. Clean yourself up. I know for a fact with that card that someone's here in their pajamas with a messy hairbud or just like, you know, no judgment here, cause girl, that's what I'm wearing right now. All right, so anyways, all right, not last, but stop fucking whining. No one wants to listen to that shit. Complaining makes you weak. You have the strength to change your world. So do it. You know, like Maggie says, just do it. No, but you know what though? It's kind of interesting. You have the strength to change it. I told you your part of your journey in this lifetime is about self-empowerment. All right. So you got a feeling you just can't shake. That little voice inside you, listen to that shit. Alright. Back of the deck energy, we have, it's not everyone else's fault, it's yours. You are a grown-ass adult. Stop blaming others for your shit. So, for example, let's say you're like, well, I can't say this because this person is not going to like what I have to say. I'm just using that as an analogy. I don't know or example. I don't know if that's your situation or not. But no one's putting a gun to your head and saying you can't say things. Okay? So it's your fear that tells you. And so what? As long as you're not saying anything offensive. And you know what? At the same time, like, you're going to offend some people. And a person that's right for you is going to understand that there's going to be in a healthy relationship, there is just not 100% agreeing. There's going to be disagreements, guys. Like, you have to be okay with that. Because if you're always agreeing that someone is not saying they're not being truthful to themselves. In this case, it's you. So, yeah. Acknowledge that there will be some accountability that needs to take place when healing, because you're not perfect, I'm not perfect, they're not perfect. We're all perfectly imperfect. Okay? Okay. Alright. Moving on. Final messages. I kind of got like 2 different decks that are considered final messages. So let's just get into it. We have Tiger, Patience. You are being reminded that persistence is what is necessary to attain your goals. You need to be patient and trust that the universe will help you through your challenges in divine timing. Success is guaranteed. Remember, we did mention about the opportunities that are coming along. Alright, we have Owl, Observation. You're being encouraged to look beyond deceiving appearances into the true reality of a situation or a person's motive. You need to hear what is really being said, despite the words and emotions coming from the messenger. Read between the lines. I don't know why I said it like that, but okay. Alright. And then back of the deck we have Eagle, Vision. It is time to look inward with an attentive eye. Allow your heart to guide you, and opportunities you never dreamed were possible will present themselves when you least expect it. Get ready for greatness. Ooh. That's pretty cool. That's cool. I like how that tied up like with some of the other cards earlier. Alright, so last but not least, last 3 cards, final messages. Fuel. I enjoy doing things that fuel me. It feels great to do things for myself. When I make sure I am taken care of, I can better show up for those in my life and for the work that I do. I'm not going to repeat myself, but let's go on. Expansive. Every day I am learning new things and expanding into my highest potential. Bruh. I get geeked out by these things. Because there are things I already just said. Didn't I say earlier about the whole mercurial energy, about gathering information? I love this. I love this so much. I love this. I love doing this shit. Alright. Unique lives. I respect everyone's individual decisions in the way of life. We are each on our own unique journeys, and my way isn't the only way. My job is not to change others, but to simply love them. What? Guys. That's crazy. Alright, and back of the deck we have casting spells. The words I speak and stories I tell are like spells. What I say and believe, I attract more of. So I shift my story from lack to abundance, from victim to empowered, and from complaint to gratitude. Now, when I speak to others, through my words, I am casting beautiful spells. Alright, that's where I'm going to leave you guys at. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, noon, or night whenever you guys are tuning in watching this. And sending you all my love on your journey. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Bye. Okay, pal one, I'm so sorry. It didn't dawn on me until I was like putting the cards away that I have a self-awareness deck. If you guys are curious, it's called Soul Truth Self-Awareness Card Deck. Okay. So, yeah. I pulled some cards for you. So, yeah. Sorry. These actually would have been towards the end anyway, so I would have pulled these cards at the end. Alright, so the cards that came out for you was, am I apologizing for my truth? Now, these are questions that you can like journal, sit down and journal with answering the questions yourself. You'd be surprised how much healing that can help. Or just even sitting down and like asking yourself these questions would help. You go ahead and screenshot the card if you would like. But I'm going to read it out loud. What part of you is apologizing for your truth and why? Today's soul action. Today, be proud of your truth. Catch yourself when you want to apologize or withhold parts of it. You never know whose life you will change when you are brave enough to speak it. Be the lighthouse that shines on the courage that lives in all of us. This will give others permission to speak their own truth. There is room for all of us. Today's mantra, courage is contagious. Alright. The other card that came out for you was, what is my body telling me right now? This is interesting because Virgo is an earth energy. It's earth. So the earth is physical, so your physical body and healing your physical body, eating healthy foods, feeding your mind the right nutritious foods, drinking clean water, etc., mind, body, and soul, you know. Okay, all right, you can go ahead and screenshot that if you would like. Our body speaks to us through physical pain or discomfort. Our body sends messages for us to look more deeply. See the trapped emotions, the lurking fears and beliefs that limit you. Listen to your physical body and you will be led to the source of your pain. It's time to get your healing on. Today's soul action. Get the book Heal Your Body by Louis L. Hay and find the answers toward which your body is guiding you. Alright, and then back of the deck energy I thought was pretty interesting, so I'm going to show that to you too. Am I letting fear stop me? So I did bring up fears in the reading. Alright, you can go ahead and screenshot that if you like. Are you experiencing a mountain of fear right now? Are you stalling, freezing, or giving up? The juicy secret is that you are the boss of fear. You are unstoppable, but it's up to you to see that by taking action. Today's soul action. Today, be brave and do it scared. Choose one fear and move through it. You are in need of a hero, so that is who you will become. Alright, remember, like I said, like Mikey says, just do it. Just like the Rebel deck said. Yeah. I'm trying to... Yeah. You have the strength to change your world, so do it. Alright, so... Sorry about that. I don't know. I was like, oh my god, this is a freaking this is an awareness message reading. Why not have this deck? So, yeah. So your guys' pile was a little bit longer than I was hoping it would be. But I hope this helps. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. Alright, Carnelian, what is up? No. Alright, so if you guys were drawn to this lovely stone, Carnelian, this message is for you. What you need to be aware of. Alright. Now keep an open mind. Like I said in the intro, this can be a lot of different things that you need to be aware of, whether it's within your environment, with other people, or within yourself, or a combination of all three, you know. Okay? Okay. Maybe I should throw in there, you may or may not be triggered based off on what you hear. I don't know. But, yeah. Because, I don't know, Padawan got pretty deep. I wasn't expecting this to be like, I just wanted to be like, I don't know what I was expecting, to be honest, but let's just get started. I feel like this pile's reading is going to be a little bit of everywhere. Like, everything that I'm gonna say may not resonate 100% for you. So use your discernment. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Because what is a message for not for you could be for someone else, and vice versa. Also, put the roles for how they fit for you. This is a general reading, all right? So let's take some accountability, all right? All right. Sorry, just felt like really like I need to crack my knuckles. That's so random. All right. Starting off the reading, we have the 7 of Wands. Now, I do want to say, before I continue going on, the carnelian stone is about having courage, vitality, gives you energy, motivation, drive. I'm not saying like it's like the end all, like as soon as you wear it or you have it, you have all this energy. I'm not saying all that, but like it gives you that like fire that like it, like it helps boost your confidence and your vitality. And I feel like this is this message is gonna tie in with something. It gives you courage where you lack it and stuff. Alright, I just wanted to say that before I continue pulling the cards out. Alright, so anyways, like I was saying, 7 of Wands, the Hierophant, and then we have the Queen of Coins. Alright, so we have Taurus energy. We have Earth energy and fire. Alright, so traditionally the Hierophant is about traditions, beliefs, whether those are religious beliefs or, teachings. I don't know why, but the word dogma comes to my mind. There may be like, how do I want to say this? You have a committed value system, whether that's a belief or for the most part, I mean, he's a priest, so a lot of this could be religious, but it doesn't have to be. Back of the deck energy, we do have the Chariot, which is Cancer energy. This is about picking a direction and moving forward. Traditionally, you would see a black horse and a white horse, depicting the two different roads. Like you're at a crossroad, which way do I go? You're this person. You have the reins. You're the one that's supposed to make the decision, right? So there's something about making a decision in something in your life. Now, for some of you, you might be pursuing higher education, but there's something about defending. I feel like you have to defend yourself all the time, or you feel the need to defend yourself all the time. The Queen of Coins she's like, I could do it myself, but she beautifies things. She takes simple things and makes it more. She's able to multiply and make things abundant. She does it on her own. So there's like I said, I feel like that this file is gonna be all over the place, because I'm not seeing like 100% like just a general message. I see that, okay, what do you need to be aware of? So you may have a tendency of being overly defensive in regards of your beliefs, or you may have this like highly independent nature, Okay, we do have that Taurus energy, so you could be stubborn in your perspective and not wanting to open your mind to others. As I'm shuffling, I see that I had the Two of Cups flipped out while I was looking at that. So yeah, you might have some problems with other people in regards of your belief system. We have the Eight of Cups. There's something that you need to walk away from. So maybe file number 2, you say one thing but then do another. Maybe you have a tendency of saying like, oh, these are my beliefs, these are my values, but then your behaviors speak otherwise. They say like, oh, like they talk for you. Oh, but it's like saying like, I value God and I want a partner that values God too, but then doesn't go to church. As an example, like that's a really bad example. Like let's say, let me recite this. This is just an example. I am a very Christian person, and I value a partner that is a Christian too, but then doesn't go on Sunday night. Mass or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like your behaviors, your choices and behaviors don't match up with what you claim to have as a belief or value. And you find yourself always having to defend yourself, and you feel attacked all the time. Now, it doesn't only have to be within a religious belief. I was just using that as an example because it is the Hierophant. We do have a priest here. But this could just be a traditional way of seeing something, or a tradition, a belief. It's just something a mindset you've been stuck with, that you're always constantly having to defend, or you feel like you're attacked all the time. I don't know. Let's just get a little bit more further about what this is about. This behavior could make you hyper independent. I don't need nobody. I got myself. I stay close to myself. Okay. All right. So the first card we have is Rebel. I'm gonna read both attributes, light and dark, but I'm more focused on the light. But we'll see. Alright, light attributes: challenges authority to affect social change, rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs, rejects legitimate authority out of anger, rebels out of peer pressure or fashion. Alright, so a rebel without a cause. Is a vibe that I'm getting. Yeah, like you're mad and you're rebelling, but what you're rebelling for, you're kind of rebelling against the people that can help you. It's hard to explain. It's hard for me to explain in this moment. So maybe the words will come to me as we go more further. So just bear with me. Okay, interesting. This a line of the song came up. Who sings that? I forgot. You gotta fight for your right to party. Now, I'm not saying that you're trying to fight your right for the party, but like maybe you feel attacked when other people. Maybe when other people's opinions differ from yours, you feel like they're attacking you. I don't know. Like, this is so interesting. So you rebel? There's something about rebelling, and rebelling is good when there's an actual cause for it. But if it's not beneficial, then you're wasting your time, your energy, and you're exhausting yourself, and you're not really benefiting the situation. All right, let's just go to the next part. All right, so we have martyr. All right, light attribute, learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause. Addiction to self-pity. And I think if I'm correct, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the definition of a martyr is someone that is attacked for religious beliefs. Or something like that. I'll be honest, I am not the best person to give you the definition of martyr, because that is a word that had took me a very long time to like process and understand. Maybe you dealt with like I said, people attacking you or belief system. And you feel the need to be defensive. So maybe it's not like, maybe you don't find yourself in this particular situation all the time, but that like energy of defensiveness is still there. Or you develop certain behaviors because of past experiences that aren't resonating with how you're coming across, or how you like. I'm getting like, I say this, but I do this, and they don't line up. Okay, that's all I could like. That's the only way I can describe this energy. All right. Back of the deck energy for this deck, we do have Child, Eternal, light attributes, determination to remain young in body, mind, and spirit, ability to see things with fresh eyes. Shadow attributes, inability to grow up and be responsible, extreme dependency on others for physical security. That kind of contradicts what I said earlier about that Queen of Pentacles. You know, being hyper independent too, though, can be an extreme. Hyper independent and extremely dependent, right? You eventually need help from others at some point in your life, and if you don't believe it, life's going to put you in a situation where you're going to learn it. But at the same time, you can't overly depend on other people either. So there may be something like an aspect that needs to grow, like mature. I mean, we're all growing every day, so I mean, if you think about it, like, you're kind of immature right now in some aspect, but that doesn't mean that you're wrong or you're bad or not enough, because everybody's in the same boat. It's just different for each of us. Anyways, so moving along, we have wellness. What do you need to be aware of? Wellness. Ensure your body is nourished. Join a gym and regain strength. Live a healthier lifestyle. I really feel like that this pile is going to have to be very patient, because this pile, I feel like everything that's everywhere. Like, I think I got like a mixed bag with this pile, for real though. I really do feel like I got a mixed bag. All right. Let me know if I really hope I'm making sense with this group, because usually when I'm the most confused, it's usually anyways. So yeah, some of you may need to stay focused on your physical. We do have the earth elements here showing up. So taking care of your body and your physical wellness is a must. Okay. We have, yeah, so if you guys are not, taking care of yourself, that would be something you need to be aware of. Okay. And that carnelian will definitely help you, like, it's not gonna wake me. You're not gonna buy a stone and it's gonna be, oh my god, I'm just amazingly, I feel energetic, I'm ready to hit the gym. Like, no. But it's gonna help you help yourself. You know what I'm saying? I also understand not everybody believes in crystals either. So, take it or leave it. You do you. Alright, so helping hand. Need others to assist with services, increase productivity. No one can handle it all. That's something I just said with the Queen of Pentacles, that sometimes you're going to need help. So maybe you have a belief system that is not serving you anymore. And you need to recognize that. Yeah, because this is what you need to be aware of. So, authority. Take on the role of a leader and everyone will respect you. Be self-confident. Now, there may be a decision or a choice that you have made recently and you find yourself the need to, you have to defend it. And so for some of you, this is your message of, like, to keep defending what you're doing or the choice you made, because it is the right choice. For others of you, it's the other message where you're like, your actions aren't aligning with your words, so to speak. There is, we got, like, normally you would see a man, you would see a throne, him sitting on a throne. So there is a need to, yeah, like it says, his authority, take the leadership, take on the role of the leader. In the long run, you will be respected for whatever you do. So, like, in this case, in someone case, like, if you're feeling like you made a choice, if people are attacking you for making that choice, standing your ground, like that Taurus energy, is the right move. And in the long run, people will see it. And the other way, if you may need to take on the role, like, take on the leadership role and recognize that there is some aspects of yourself that are not being expressed in a way that, like, you're not walking, you're not walking the walk. You're doing a lot of yapping, but you're not doing you're not following up with it, so to speak. I feel like I don't know how to say that. I don't know what's up with that. All right. Back of the deck, we do have exhausted, feel financially drained, lacking viable options, recharge and regroup. Now, the Queen of Pentacles is an abundant card. And the Queen is mature. She handles her finances well, and she knows how to take a little bit and make it a lot. So this could just be meaning that, like, you guys are feeling exhausted from the battle of always having to defend yourself or feeling defensive. And then for some of you, also with the financial drain, some of you may need that help, and you have this strong belief that you cannot ask for help, or it's wrong to ask for help. All right. So moving forward, we have Shitty Shield. Time for stronger protection. Again, defending oneself when he's all armored and his shield's full of crap. And then he's over here, the other dude's being attacked by a bunch of people with sticks and shit. And he's over here trying to... Yeah, so there's more in regards of, like, you may be tired from the defense. Or being on the defense. Alright. Shitting rainbows kind of day. Release guilt. Alright. This is my first time using this deck, so I kind of want to see. I mean, it's probably straightforward, right? Like what it says, but like I just want to see if it says anything interesting. Do no harm, but take no shit. Don't retaliate. Just shield yourself and walk away. It's kind of like with the rebel. You might be triggered to like fight back or to you know. They're being arseholes and you know it. Your protection is not strong enough. What should you do about it? Do not give them your energy. Do not let them win by letting them take your personal power away. They can hurt you physically, but they cannot take your soul. Shield yourself in energetic armor, light pyramids, invisibility cloaks, and everything else you know to do. Center yourself and just survive this. By loving yourself more and remaining calm, you will get through this because they will always be pricks, but you don't have to be one as well. Protect yourself. Questions to ask yourself: who am I not shielding myself from? Who am I tolerating in my life, and who is not bringing value into my life? Did I read that right? Who am I tolerating in my life, and who is not bringing value into my life? How am I going to replenish my energetic shields today? Alright, so here's an affirmation if you guys want to screenshot. Alright. I choose to hold a strong energetic space around me that protects me at all times from any negative energies, lesser vibrations, entities, and shells. I am grounded, centered, and shielded. I call upon my own I am to close my aura to all except my own I am vibration, and so it is. Okay. Alright, I'm not gonna read all of this whole thing, but questions to ask yourself: what guilt is holding me back, and do I need to remove it? What relationship do I have with guilt? What self-care can I bring into my day without any guilt attached? Alright, so if there's an affirmation, if you are interested, go ahead and screenshot that. I choose to release and transmute any and all guilt I have about allowing myself the necessary time for self-care in any way. I am free from unnecessary guilt in all aspects of my life. Also, back of the deck energy, we do have no drama llama. Isn't that funny? Find your inner peace. You know, this correlates with this message with, you know, not engaging with the bullshit. And you don't have to always defend yourself all the time either, pile number 2. You don't have to defend your belief system. You don't have to defend your values, your thoughts. Yeah, there might be some people that conflict with them, but I mean, if they're being like so, it's kind of given a vibe of like they poke to get a reaction, and you might have this mentality that like, oh, everyone's out to get me, but sometimes they're just energy vampires. They're just trying to get a reaction out of you because they can. So if you don't do it, you know, give them what they want. They don't get what they want. They move along. Alright. So I have this lovely rebel deck. So it can be a little bit mean, straightforward. Kind of like this deck too. That's why I had gotten it. But yeah. So, alright. First card we have is love. Get some, give some. It will cheer your ass up. It's funny. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. Okay, sorry. Winning. You got a good thing going. Don't ruin that shit. I mean, you do have... The Chariot is back of the deck, so there is momentum that is picking up. So take advantage of that energy that you have going on. Alright. Alright, so we have don't talk to anyone, don't look at anyone. You need some fucking time alone, and you know why. I feel like I just like went all over the place in the beginning, because I was like, I don't know. I feel like now it's starting to come together for me in a way that I can understand it and express it. Yeah, so if you stuck around this long, kudos. Alright, time to let go. Yeah, that's that guilt. Move the fuck on. You know, maybe there's people you need to let go of too, who are always who always feel a need to attack you or make you feel like you have to be on the defense. You shouldn't always have to put up your shields all the time. I mean, let's be real. Like, let's say this is you and you're all shielded up and shit when you're ready to go, like, deal with somebody. Like, if it's a family member, maybe I suggest, you know, limiting your time with that person. But, like, if these are other people that you don't have to spend time with, look at the stuff that they're throwing at you. I wouldn't want to be around that shit. Now I gotta clean this shit off my shit. That got me saying shit a lot. Now I gotta clean all this crap off my stuff. Like, I don't want to do that. I'd rather be clean and around people that are gonna respect my stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. All right, so okay. We have Cardinal Adventure. You need to live up to your fullest potential, explore new directions, and take risks in order to grow as an individual. Change may be uncomfortable, but it is necessary. You know, like I said, with the Queen energy, that is about maturing. She is the mature feminine energy of her physical, of the body, of the element of earth. So, your money, physical, your abundance, and your tangible things. Alright, so for some of you, you do need to make a decision and stand on it. Alright. Back of the deck energy, we have Dog Loyalty. You may be feeling like those around you let you down or are not doing their fair share of work. This comes as a reminder that loyalty exists and you must not settle for anything less. You deserve better than mixed signals. Okay, so if you're dealing with someone so you could be dealing with somebody. Alright, listen. Maybe this is what... Okay, I feel like I just figured it. Look at 10 years later. Oh my god. Okay, sorry. Alright, you're feeling sad. Like, oh my god, poor me, right? Obviously, that may not be what, like, your choice of words of expressing yourself, but, like, that's the energy, right? So you're like, oh my god, poor me. Like, why do they always gotta be like this with me? So... don't be around them. You're not gonna change them. There's an aspect of yourself that needs to mature, that needs to grow up. And I don't know how to say this in a way that doesn't make me sound like an asshole, because I feel like I sound like an asshole. So I apologize, but I'm not trying to be an asshole. I mean, we did have the child here. You can still grow and mature and still see life through the lens of a child in a mature way. Okay. Through the eyes of, like, when they say, like, eyes of a child, it's like through seeing love and seeing that anything is possible. and not having fear and attachments and beliefs, like before those things got to you and told you can't do XYZ, or you can't believe this, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I forgot. I did not tell you the back of the deck energy for this deck. We have believe what you see. Face reality or live in fucking La La Land. Choose bravely. So what are you fighting for? Okay. Alright, so we're almost done here. We got a couple more cards to go. Alright, so some mindful messages. Hold lightly. I take the things and people that come into my life lightly, not holding on too tight so that when it comes time for them to go, they may go smoothly. This does not mean I love any less, but I am open to the changes of life. Yeah, so there's an aspect of you that's being too stubborn in some area of your life. And you need to like loosen up a little bit. Alright, we have projecting. Rather than reacting and projecting my emotions onto others, I remember no one is to blame. No one is responsible for the emotions that I feel. When someone says or does something that brings up strong emotions within me, I have the choice in how I respond. This also goes, I also want to say that this also goes if you're dealing with people that project their opinions or their beliefs and their feelings onto you. Alright? As for someone who's dealt with a lot of projection growing up, once I learned what projection was, I was like, oh, that explains a lot. Like, but I was old as hell by the time that happened. Like, shit. Can you imagine how much I had to go through before I actually learned what the fuck that was going? Took on too much baggage. I need to. And that's probably where your rebellious nature is coming from, because you know that it's not yours to carry. So you're like, nah, fuck this shit. But you keep doing the same thing over and over again, and it's not benefiting you. So, yeah. That's a message for somebody. Alright. Expressing love. This is the back of the deck energy, by the way. Today I notice the things I appreciate about the people in my life. I take a moment to send them love and wish them well. My love is infinite and it feels great to express it. Didn't you also had love? Get some, give some, it'll cheer your ass up. Can you see? I love how that like just kind of like circles back around there. Alright, so final messages for you guys. Pile number 2. Alright, so these are a self-awareness deck, and you can either sit with yourself with these questions, or you could journal it. You do you, whatever works for you. Alright. What is the most limiting belief keeping me from what I want right now? Alright. What story are you telling yourself when you think about your dreams? What is the first limiting thought that comes to your mind? If you are not living the life you desire, it's because a part of you doesn't believe it's possible. Today's soul action. It's time to upgrade. Look your belief in the eye. Where did it come from? What new belief are you ready to adopt in its place? How will this change your results? Remember, your belief is the root of your own results. Own it, heal it, upgrade it. I feel like this card by itself just kind of summed up this whole freaking reading. Wouldn't you agree, Pal 2? Honestly, I really feel like that definitely just summed up the whole reading. That's crazy. Alright, so the next card that came out was, am I apologizing for my truth? What part of you is apologizing for your truth and why? Well, I said and, but whatever. Anyways, today's soul action. Today, be proud of your truth. Catch yourself when you want to apologize or withhold parts of it. You never know whose life you will change when you're brave enough to speak it. Be the lighthouse that shines on the courage that lives in all of us. This would give others permission to speak their own truth. There is room for all of us. Today's mantra, courage is contagious. Some of you may have contemplated between picking pile 1 and pile 2, or were drawn to both, because I know there's a few cards that were repetitive, not many, and there's like 2 cards. This Rebel card was in pile 1, and this was pile 1's one of their cards as well. Alright, so back of the deck energy. What are the dominant emotions that run my life? How do you feel your day? Stress or joy? Trust or anger? Anxiety or peace? We have only today, right now, the journey. No goal, no destination will bring us the feeling we seek. But when we begin filling every day with that which we value most, we will attract more of it. This is fulfillment. Today's soul action. Lean into what you want to feel and adjust your life, your values, and your expectations to match your desires. What do you want to feel? Are you willing to let go of the belief that you have to achieve something to feel it? Bruh, I swear to God. It just... Alright, well that definitely summed up your reading. I don't think I need to talk about that anymore. Alright, so wishing you all the best of luck and love on your journey moving forward. Pile number 2. You guys got this. You got it. You got it. Alright. I'm going to end it here. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, morning, noon, or night, whenever you guys are tuning in. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Bye. Hello, hello. Pile number 3. If you guys were drawn to number 3, or... Whoa, hello. That was loud. Sorry. Or this lovely blue egg-shaped stone. I don't remember what it's called. This message for you. Alright, so. You know what was occurring to me in that moment while I was staring at that was, this is the egg shape. And egg shape gives me like a little chick growing, right? It's gonna hatch. So coming out of its shell. There's also like it's growing. So birthing a new version of yourself. Also, when a bird is, if you think about it, like when you think about like babies in general, like they're in their little cocoon area, whether like, you know, a human baby in the belly, or in this case like the egg, and then being ripped out, right? In this case it cracks itself out. So, in this case this cracks itself out because it's an egg. The bird has to pack its way out. So something's been keeping you down, like keeping you closed off, and you're outgrowing that aspect. That's what I think. Let's find out. Alright, let's find out. That's pretty interesting. I wish I knew what stone that was, because I feel like that would definitely correlate. Because even though I couldn't remember what this stone was, I do know that it's a stone for healers. And then pile 1 had healing to do. I think we all have healing to do in some way, shape, or form. We're not perfect. But I think the key in life is knowing that there's always going to be something that we need to work on. And being okay with our imperfections. Okay? Not constantly working and all this self-growth. Like eventually, like you can become pretty obsessive with self-growth, and you're defeating the purpose of the self-growth, because you're not accepting yourself for who you are in this moment. You get what I'm saying? Alright, anyways, that was a little tangent in itself. Alright, so we're gonna start as I'm talking. As you can see, I pre-pulled, so let's get into it. Let's start off with your tarot. Oh wait. That was not the correct order. Okay, so the first card that came out was the Star, followed by the Seven of Cups in reverse, and then the Six of Swords. Alright, so obviously the Star is about healing. It comes right after the Tower. Right? Am I wrong? Am I having a brain fart? Sorry, I'm feeling a little tired from the last reading. Probably, yeah, but also I feel like I'm like, yeah, the Star comes after the Tower. I'm not wrong. I'm not tripping. Okay, pile number 3. Do you doubt yourself? Alright, I also feel like, oh man, all of a sudden I feel tired. So, I feel like I'm picking up on your guys' energy. I'm feeling drained. So, you guys must have had like a experience recently that wasn't the best feeling. The Seven of Cups in reverse is telling you to have a reality check. There is something that you need to accept and walk away from. Now, it's going to be unpleasant at first because you're in the rough waters, but then eventually the waters calm, and then there's the sun and clear days ahead. Alright, so there is some healing that needs to take place. There is some fantasy or illusions. You're not seeing something for what it is. Because it could be too hard. I don't know the because. But there is a reality check that needs to take place. Let me see if we could dive a little bit more deeper into what it is. I wasn't really going to, but just for shits and giggles, let's find out. Can I get more on the Seven of Cups reversed? It's going to be different for all of you, but let's just see what comes up. Clarification on the Seven of Cups reversed. Let's see. Spirit's got jokes. Alright. We have the Two of Swords. Isn't that funny? That's so funny. I find it funny. I find it funny. Okay. Back of the deck energy, we do have the Queen of Wands. I feel like this is the energy you need to embody more of. Or you're right now you're being presented an opportunity to embody in this energy, where she is really self-aware, and uses her, and she's aware of her own power, and she uses her will to strive forward, right? Unapologetically, but of course charmingly, gracefully, elegantly, ablaze. Anyways, there's a need to embody her energy to move forward, to go within and see what it is you desire, because this is just clarifying that you're confused. I mean, come on, like, that's why you're, it's delusionment. The Seven of Cups is about not seeing things for what they are. It's also feeding a fantasy. And then you got confusion. The Two of Swords says confusion, literally. And then there you got, like, this polar opposite. You got day and night. Like, interesting. I'm gonna leave that right there. Interesting. Your indecision has led you feeling a type of way about something. Alright. But the Six of Swords does talk about that there is going to be, I mean, it's going to be a little rough at first, but then you're going to be good. You'll be good. It's a good card. It's a good card to have. This is walking away from what no longer serves you. And the Star card is the time of healing after some shit that, you know, when shit hit the fan. With the Tower. You had a Tower moment. Whatever that may be for you. Everybody's going to be different. And now it's the time to heal. And there's a reality check you need to accept. Alright? So, moving forward, what do you need to be aware of? We have Warrior, Light Attributes, Strength, Skill, Discipline, and Toughness of Will. Heroism, Stoicism, and Self-Sacrifice in conquering the ego. Shadow Attributes, trading ethical principles for victory at any cost, indifference to the suffering inflicted on others. Okay. And then, I'm trying to figure out where I want to put that. Oh, something like that. Alright, and then the other card we have Pioneer. Passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. Shadow Attribute, compulsive need to keep moving on. Alright, so I feel like with the combination of these two, there may be an aspect of yourself that you need to heal. Then the ego tells you that you ain't shit unless you finish something. But you can really, honestly, the truth is, like, you could take a break. It ain't gonna go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say if you got a project, but you're like, no, I need to finish this by this time, and I'm unworthy if I don't. Like, I'm being dramatic, but I'm giving an example, you know? Something about your ego telling you one thing, and, you acting on that ego, and your ego is a lie. Alright? Your ego tells you you're not worthy unless XYZ. You fill in the blank of XYZ, because there's going to be multiple of them, right? The ego's trying to protect you, but what is it trying to protect you from? That's what you need to become aware of, and then heal that aspect of yourself, okay? Alright, so, ooh, that's cool. Alright. I don't know if you noticed, we got duality. Alright. Do not forget about the dual nature of people. Don't lose your vigilance. Alright. The dualistic, look at. We got both day and night are part of one day cycle. You know, like if you think about like a whole 24 hours. Right? So understanding that there is both, you know, you can't have good without the bad, right? So there's an aspect, like your ego tells you that, no, this ain't possible, or this can't happen. What is your ego telling you that's a lie? How can you acknowledge it? How can you take apart that ego? Conquering your ego, I should say. Alright. The next card we have is New Beginnings. Nice. I did tell you that it's going to be hard at first when you first start with the Six of Swords. But you got smooth sailing moving forward. So you're good. Alright? So New Beginning. You will start a new job and life. Clean sweep over. Hit the reset button. Alright? Look at it. They both have like a horizon. There's the sunlight over there. Boom. Like, good things are lying ahead. You just need to, you know, you need to like just chill back, you know. You need to just, there's something that you need to heal within yourself that is, the ego is not like helping you with right now. But you're going to, I see it happening for you. Yeah, so I forgot. Let me show you the back of the deck of this deck. I keep forgetting the back of the deck energy. Alright, Advocate. Light Attributes. Inspires you to put compassion into action. Shadow Attribute. Embracing negative causes or committing to causes for personal gain. What are you advocating for? Pile number 3. Are your actions something that you would want your niece, your nephew, your children, would you want them to do the things that you're doing, or like, there could be a belief system that tells you like, oh, if I don't do something out of the box and out of the ordinary, I'm not special, or whatever may be. I don't know. I mean, if you think about it, like, we're all special in our own way. So does that mean like no one's special? The ego would make you feel like you're special and that only you can do XYZ, right? So like, there is some type of lie that you need to acknowledge, and I feel like you're already aware of this, and you need to heal this aspect because it's affecting you. The positive thing about the message thus far is that the Six of Swords is letting you know that you will be overcoming this, and there are good things coming ahead. Alright, so we have back at the deck energy, we have wisdom. Insight into the nature of physical objects. Insight into the nature of physical objects gives you foresight. Use your best judgment. I do feel like you need to listen to your inner guidance. I feel like you guys are aware of what this is or what I'm talking about. It's going to be very different for each of you, which is why I can't like really pinpoint a specific thing. Just know that there's healing that needs to take place. Some deep healing. I feel like a light bulb moment will shine. Well, I mean, that does look like a light bulb, but like, I do feel like you'll reach an aha moment where you're like, oh, and then it'll click, and then you're just gonna make the move. You're gonna know what to do. Right now, you're in the confusion. But if you sit with that confusion, question the confusion, talk to yourself, allow your inner voice to speak, it's going to lead you to that. Okay, now I know what I need to do. And then you're going to do what you need to do. Honestly. Alright. Next card, we're doing this deck. Alright. Hello. We have Psycho Spirit. Use your inner guidance. Their choice, your choice. Yeah, this card, I'm new to this deck, so bear with me. But if I recall correctly, this card talks about, it says use your inner guidance. It's about not taking information outside of yourself. Questions to ask yourself. Why am I not trusting my own voice? Have other people told me not to? Do I feel unworthy of goodness? Why do I surrender control of my life? Okay, so here's an affirmation. I don't know if you guys are interested in that. You can screenshot that now. Okay. I choose to spend more time listening and connecting to my true higher self and my own intuition to go within and really learn what my inner soul is trying to tell me. I am my own true guidance. Alright. And then, cracked crystal. Time to heal yourself. Yeah, I was saying this, what is that called? The star card is about healing. That card is about healing. After the tower moment, you're like, you're run down. You're down in the dumps. You had the worst moment, that you're at rock bottom, and you're shattered. You're broken. You're like not your best, right? And then now you need to rest, rejuvenate. So what do you need to be aware of? There's some deep inner healing that needs to take place. For some of you, also, another message is you could be having the compulsive need to keep moving, right? The pioneer. You don't want to let go. You don't want to. You're like, oh, I can't take a break. I got too much. I gotta do this. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I gotta be a warrior and push through because otherwise I'm not good enough, or I'm not doing my best if I don't keep pushing through. But you need to take a break. Pile number 3. And even if you do take a break, you're still enough. You're not gonna do your best if you don't take a break. Pile 3. I feel like I can relate to this. Alright, so back of the deck, we do have fucked above, fucked below, fucked within, center yourself. Yeah, there's a need to relax. There's a need to go within. I think you're ignoring your inner guidance. And because of that, or because you're taking all this information from outside sources because they say that they had the answer, it's leading to this confusion. And you don't know which way to go and what to do, so you're like feeding this illusion. And if you can just cut that away and just sit with yourself, listen to your own inner guidance, you'll be able to, it'll lead you to that light bulb moment that I was talking about earlier, and you'll be fine. You'll know what moves to do next. Alright, so getting into my Rebel deck, which is a little bit harsh. I feel like this reading is going a lot faster than the other readings did. It's pretty interesting. You might be the type to be like, alright, come on, let's go. Give me the answer. Let me know. So this is the deck that we're going to be using. Alright. So the first card that came out. Sorry, I think I got something stuck on my card. What is that? Whatever. Alright, ask a fucking expert. Don't rely on your friends or the internet. Listen to a damn professional. Doesn't she kind of give you like a tarot read? Maybe you've been listening to a lot of tarot readings and it's causing confusion. Yes. It's okay to listen to pick of cards every once in a while, but when you become heavily dependent on them for guidance, you lose sight of your own guidance and your own power, of your own intuition and your own psychic abilities. Pile number 3. Wake the fuck up. Now, there also may be some things that you're going through, pile number 3, that may require you to see a professional. And I encourage you to do that. Okay? You are talented and fucking amazing. Yeah, that's funny. This song came to my head. It's called Self-Aware by Queen. Queen Irby is in the song. I don't know if it's her song and it features another artist, or if it's the other artist and she's featured in the song. I don't know which way it goes, but just look up Self-Aware by Queen Irby. Alright, but because this is You Are Talented and Fucking Amazing. I'm an amazing bitch, and I know it. I don't have to tell you shit, because I show it. I love that song. Anyways, okay. The world needs your power. Use your voice. Just don't use it for dumb shit. Alright. Alright, and then we have put the fucking phone down. Pile 3. Too much screen time is making you awkward and sad. Go talk to a live person. Like I said, I think this is more confirmation about like how you're constantly going for you're looking for guidance outside of you when really you don't need to. And it's as simple as you having a friend that to just listen to you. Just have someone listen to you. And then you'll realize that when you start to like pour out or like say out loud outside of you your problems, you're gonna hear yourself and you're gonna be like, oh, well, that's stupid. Well, why would I do that? Or like, oh, what the fuck? Like, that's the answer. The answer is this. You know, like, you're gonna have that aha moment that's gonna be like, lead you to that. You know what I'm saying? All right, so back of the deck is take a fucking trip, go see some shit, do some new things, talk to people cooler than you. You maybe just need a therapy session with a friend, or, you know, or with an actual therapist. I don't know. I don't know the level degree of this, but just know that I can see that some shit has happened, and there's some deep healing that needs to take place. And until you heal that, you're going to be stuck in this state of confusion. Once you sit with it, you will be led internally to the right information that's going to lead you out, and you're going to be fine. See, even my bird said so. Okay, jokes aside, let's keep going. Alright, just making sure I'm showing all the back of the decks before I forget. Alright, so the first card we have is Blue Jay, Intuition. You are encouraged to follow your feelings and intuition. This is a reminder that your personal power is in your hands, your own hands, and that you are free to take flight at any time if you find yourself in a situation that doesn't suit you anymore. Tell me that does not go well with this freaking Six of Swords. You can leave whenever the fuck you feel like it. You can pack your shit and go. You know what I'm saying? And then we're talking, and then like, water represents intuition. It also represents your feelings too. And then the swords, you gather the knowledge you've accumulated. You make the choice of moving forward. Right? So, yeah. Like I said, you guys just need to follow your intuition. Pile number 3. You're capable of doing it. You have abilities just like everyone else, or every other tarot reader, every psychic. Okay? You know, if you don't feel comfortable talking about your problems, another recommendation that you could do is either journaling them out and then rereading them to yourself. Or like recording yourself talking it out and then listening back to it will help you, because you're going to be hearing it from the outside of your own head, within your own head. And then that's when you're going to be like, oh, well, you could look at it like if you're reading a friend's note, or you're listening to another friend's problem, even though you're listening to your own voice. You'd be surprised how fast, when you say things out loud, how silly some of the things you say in your head that are in your head, they sound so profound, but then when you say it out loud, it's like, oh, well, I can't believe I was thinking like that, or I saw it like that, because that actually is pretty dumb, or that don't make no sense. And that's why you were stuck in the confusion, because you were reminiscing in that confusion. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. All right, so whale, communication. You are encouraged to communicate clearly from your heart. Bridge any gaps that are keeping you from connecting deeper with your loved ones. It is important to speak your truth with your emotion. Speak your truth with emotion, vulnerability, and power. All right. Now, if you had like some like, I want to say that like if there was conflict that occurred because between you and someone else, there may be a way of like reconciling with communication. There may have been a misunderstanding. I strongly believe that communication is majority the most I strongly believe that communication is the main cause for most problems. Either you don't know how to communicate how you feel, how you see the situation, or being misunderstood. And then because of the misunderstanding or the miscommunication leads to the emotional reactions that cause the chaos. You know what I'm saying? Alright, hopefully that makes sense there. But back in the deck energy, we do have hippopotamus, exploration. If you have become bored with your life, you have the creative power to stir things up and revitalize everything. You can do this by starting new projects, setting new goals, and making spiritual connections. Dude, pioneer. You're able to, the passion for doing and creating was not, the pioneer is someone that starts off, they're like Aries energy, just gets into it and just starts it. So funny, like the Fool, like just going into it, starting new. Also, it mentioned spiritual connections. The Star card is a spiritual card. It's a spiritual healing, rejuvenation, after rough times. So, yeah, that's pretty cool how that tied together. All right, going on to the next set of cards, we have Recharge. I invite magic into my life always. Every day I grow my connection to this earth. If I am ever feeling low, I simply step outside and appreciate the nature miracles. I said nature. The natural miracles in this life. Being in nature lifts my spirits and recharges my energy. Alright, so connecting with nature will help you recharge your batteries. Go sit next to a tree. Thank the tree for helping you cleanse yourself. Be appreciative. Show some gratitude. It's a living being too. Alright, that probably sounded really woo-woo for some of you, but whatever. Alright, releasing anger. Anger is a natural emotion that I recognize that holding on to it can be toxic for me. I look at the person who has caused me pain and see them as the human being they are. I release the anger I feel and free myself and expanding to love. Yeah, holding on to anger is very toxic, guys, for your body. It's horrible. Horrible to hold on to. Find ways that are healthy and safe and respectful for yourself and anyone involved. And you might find yourself in situations where the other person may not be respectful. So just remove yourself from them. And find your own respectful, loving way to release those emotions. Okay? It's going to be different for all of you. Okay? When I think of anger, I think of like fire. And a good way to steam off anger is to exercise. Just an idea. Alright. Wait, didn't you guys have, or was that the other pile? No, I think that was the other pile. Yeah, that was the other pile. Never mind. No, but for real though, exercise, lifting some weights, going out for a run, rollerblade, ride a bike, go for a walk, all those things. Use that energy for good. Alright. Opportunities for growth. Everything is happening for me and my evolution. I am not a victim of the things that happen. I take ownership of my life and make the best of the challenges along my journey. I see how difficult moments help me to become my best version, and I am thankful for them. Recognizing that this is an opportunity for growth. Did their experience suck? Yes, it did. But the new perspective is, what did this teach me and how can I apply this information moving forward? I feel like What did this teach me? And how can I apply this knowledge? Because the swords represent thoughts and your mind. How can and information? So how can I apply this information moving forward? How cool is that? I don't know why. I just had to say it. Like, I don't know. I just had to point that out. I don't know why, but I did. But whatever. Here we are. All right. Back of the deck energy. I am enough. I am beautiful just as I am. I am loved just as I am. I am worthy just by being me. I don't need to fit in. I just need to be myself, and the right people will come into my life. Those who see and appreciate me for all that I am. Oops, sorry. I thought you guys were able to see. I was so busy looking at the card that I didn't see that you couldn't see. Sorry. Okay. So last but not least, we're going to finish off the reading with these few cards that we have. Alright, so you can journal, self-reflect on these. It's up to you. This deck is the self-awareness deck. Alright, so the first thing that came up was, when was the last time I couldn't stop laughing or smiling? Okay. Go back to a moment when you laughed so hard you almost peed yourself, or did. Feel the laughter grow in your body, your cheeks hurting and eyes watering. Maybe there was even a snort or two. Laughter is healing. It reminds us to take life less seriously and find the joy in the littlest things. Note to self, laugh more often. Today's soul action. Make somebody laugh today. Alright, and then the next is, what boundaries need to be created or strengthened within my relationships? To create more healthy boundaries, we must first get in tune with our own needs, desires, and feelings, and believe we are worthy of them. In your relationships, it's essential to know where they end and where you begin. Today's soul action. When we separate our energy from others, we gain clarity about what we really want. Then we stop doing things that no longer align with ourselves. If you are an empath, you can still be compassionate towards others without taking on their stuff. It is safe for you to trust that you are not here to fix anyone. Oops, sorry. Today's mantra. I have everything I need within me now, and so do they. I am worthy of my needs, and I set boundaries based on what's best for me. You know, this kind of reminds me of like what I was saying earlier. Like, if you're dealing with somebody that's like, with the anchor thing, like if you're dealing with someone that doesn't respectfully respect, you know, I forgot how I said it earlier, but they don't respectfully release their anger. Like, if you guys had a disagreement and you guys can't, and you're feeling unsafe within the situation, you can remove yourself, right? So you're in that moment that you're kind of setting a boundary, because you're not accepting that behavior, and you're respecting yourself to not tolerate such. And so therefore you are teaching them how to respect you, and the boundary has been crossed. Unfortunately, not everybody is taught things when they were young, and so yeah, unfortunately. Alright, so back at the deck energy, we do have, to whom am I comparing myself right now? What you are able to see in others is only visible because it is within you, ready to be brought out. Shine light on this feeling of not enough and see the truth. All that you need and want is within you. Today's soul action. Today, stop comparing and start creating. Alright, I'm going to leave that here. Pile number 3. I hope this helps, and I wish you all the best of luck and love on your journey moving forward. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Bye!